to 5 Good Minutes. To today's Inspiration Hebrews with Brady.
Final day of Hebrews chapter concludes the book of Hebrews. Over these weeks is that is imploring the Hebrews, don't go back to your old way of Jesus is better by far. Unlike Jesus, Jesus is superior prize. By saying this, brothers and sisters, bear with my word of exhortation. In fact, I have written you. In other words, I know you've read some challenges but all of this, and he finally concludes in verse, peace be with you all. These final closings, Testament, and they feel like a throw. But this is really the entirety on the argument is grace, favor, his unmer and gift. And this, Christians, this is what will to persevere in the faith. It's good for our hearts to be strengthened. Verse 9, he says, signs of strange teaching. Hearts to be strengthened by grace, ceremonial foods, who do so. 11 to 16, he sacrificed that Jesus made those hearing this letter. So he says this starting in the priest carries the blood of animals as a sin offering, burned outside the camp, suffered outside the city gate to own blood, outside the camp. For here we do not, we are looking for the city that is to Jesus. Therefore, let God a sacrifice of praise. Lips that openly professes, do not forget to do good and to with such sacrifices. Now this was crucified outside, because this symbolized burning the bodies outside the Israelite camp. The Passover lamb, which was seen, what they were celebrating, where the angel of death painted the blood on their door Passover. And so, who is the Passover slaughtered outside the city, and therefore Jesus is identified lamb to take away the sin of the world. If the perfect Son of God is kind of disgrace, those who are suffering now can, in light of eternity, have an enduring city that is not all that in fact are passing through, that is to come, when every tear will be wiped away, no more suffering, and all this is possible only. So thus, the read with a choice to respond. We can do our own thing, Jesus and what he brings, on by offering to God a sacrifice, openly, because he was not bore our sin and death, Jesus with a life of thanks, and thus with joy can practice hospitality, but because God, when we consider how great to his own self, his own life, then we can respond as pointing people to the only in death. So friend, wherever, don't give up. Now, and he'll be worth it in 10 alone, praise in all of our lives, eternity.
Thanks for joining. A lot of great content, Hill Plus, and from the weekend. Have Bye.